Meanwhile, there's growing diplomatic tension in the region as the United States steps up pressure on Caribbean nationals over long-standing medical partnerships with Cuba. In the midst of the controversy, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is expected to touch down in Jamaica in the coming days. We go back to Ramon for more.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is expected in Jamaica soon, part of a regional tour that's already raising eyebrows. His visit comes just weeks after he threatened to revoke visas for government officials in CARICOM states that continue to participate in Cuba's overseas medical program, a decades-old partnership that provides Cuban healthcare workers to several countries, including Jamaica.
If we cannot reach a sensible agreement on this matter, then if the cost of it is the loss of my visa to the U.S., then so be it.
The hemodialysis which we do in St. Vincent at the Modern Medical and Diagnostic Center with these 60 persons, without the Cubans there, I will not be able to offer that service.
I just came back from California, and if I never there again in my life, I will ensure that the sovereignty of Trinidad and Tobago is known to its people and respected by all.
The Trump administration has faced fierce pushback from Caribbean leaders, who've ostensibly thrown their support behind the sanction-laden Caribbean nation. While the exact details of Rubio's itinerary remain under wraps, he's expected to meet with Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, and Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith. Just days ago, Minister Johnson-Smith defended the program.
Given that the MOU had expired last year, the government of Jamaica had already begun a review process, even before any international concerns were raised. So while we have identified a few areas for alignment with our own overseas labor programs and how they are administered, we are confident that the Cuban program is a legitimate bilateral cooperation program, not an example of trafficking.
Jamaica has partnered with Cuba in healthcare since 1976. Successive administrations have relied on Cuban professionals to support local hospitals and clinics. But the U.S. says the program exploits Cuban workers for profit, and Rubio, a Cuban-American himself, has vowed action.
Anybody expect that I to go because I want to keep a visa, that I would let 60 persons from the poor and working people to die?
Rubio is expected to visit Guyana and Suriname after his stop in Jamaica. Ramon for CVM News.